For this project, you're gonna need the following. You're gonna need 2 sheets of 40 inches by 60 inches of foam board at 3/16 of thickness. You're gonna need your cutting mat, which is what allows the X-Acto knife not to cut through any surface that you're working on, and it protects it. You're gonna need the digital heart template, which is on the creativeheartstudio.com for download. A metal ruler, an X-Acto knife, a pencil, sharp scissors, a glue gun, preferably low temperature so you don't pop your balloons, glue sticks, 8.5 by 11 sheets of cardstock for your chocolate wrappers. Be gold, brown, any color you choose, but 8.5 by 11. 11-inch brown or pink or white or dark chocolate balloons that will be your chocolates. A hand pump or electrical machine. And craft foam in your color of choice. I use 12 by 18 sheets. Let's get started. Hi everyone. Okay, so I know how a lot of you are very visual, and I'm a visual person too. So this is my first YouTube video. I'm super excited, and I'm going to start off with the chocolate heart box that everybody loves. So for this one, you're definitely going to need the heart template and not the pre-cut kit. The reason is because the pre-cut kit comes in divided spaces, and you want solid pieces for the heart box so that it looks like just one piece and it looks prettier. This is like a really cool gift that you can make it for your kids and surprise them on Valentine's Day, or your husband or boyfriends or girlfriends or whoever. Like, I think it's great for something like that. It would even be really cute. It looks like super like off, but if you're pregnant and you're about to do a gender reveal or a baby reveal that you're even pregnant, this would be an awesome idea to put, like, you know, pink and blue balloons instead of the chocolate colored balloons, so that you can kind of, you know, reveal that you're having a baby, or all pink, and when they open the box it's all pink or all blue. I think that would be super cool. All right, so let's start off with the first piece of this chocolate heart box. So you're gonna start off with your template, which you're gonna print and cut and put together. You're gonna trace it onto your foam board, cut it out, and then cut your 6-inch strips. This one's gonna require 6-inch strips for the bottom piece of the box. So once you cut your 6-inch strips and you score them all along the sides, and then maybe down here you don't need to score it because it's a little straighter on the heart, but above here you're gonna need to score it to get the rounded edges. So once you have that done, you have your 6-inch sides, and you're glued. You have the bottom of your box. You can spray paint it and then or paint it, doesn't matter, so you can have the color that you want. I did 2 colors. I did like a brighter pink on the outside and then a lighter pink on the inside. Once you have this done, do not cut out 2 hearts. Do not cut out 2 hearts. You need to cut just 1 heart out and glue the sides of this at 6 inches, because you're gonna need this to get your next heart. If you do 2 hearts of the same sizes, your box lid won't fit on top of this one. So you start off with this first. Once you have this bottom piece done, you can put away your template because you're not gonna need it anymore. Okay, so now that you have your bottom part done, your balloon mosaic structure done with the 6-inch sides, you're going to take this part of the box, this balloon mosaic structure, and you're going to place it on another piece of foam board. Now, using your built bottom box, you're going to trace this shape of the heart onto a piece of foam board. And now that you have this part shaped, traced onto your foam board, you know that it's going to be a little bit larger than this, and you know that this is now going to be the top of your box. You're going to cut this out, you're going to cut your foam board. Great. Now you cut out your piece of foam board into your heart shape that you traced out. Once you have this heart shape, you're also going to cut 2 pieces of 3-inch thick, wide foam board. These are going to be your sides of the heart because of the heart box top, because that's going to be a smaller depth than the 6-inch, which is the bottom, which is thicker. So now that we have these cut, these are going to be about 56, 57 inches, just to give you a little bit of wiggle room once you glue this around it. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing that we do for all balloon mosaics, and we're going to go and score them. Using your metal ruler, you're going to score. Now on this part you measure and you decide how much scoring you need to do depending on how far along you need to get here. So this still has like a gap, so I know that I need to keep scoring a little bit more. So now we're going to take, since the heart is pretty much even, we're going to go ahead and take the next one and just mark where we stopped the scoring there so we don't have to measure. You see like all my score lines, so my score line finished here. So now with that, I know where I can stop scoring. And this one, I'm not gonna cut this off because it may overlap on the other one. So we're just gonna leave that there hanging tight and waiting so that way, once we glue this one, we know how far along we need to cut this one. Okay, now we're gonna do our sides to our top of our box. I like to use the high temp glue gun, but I feel like my fingers don't even have feeling at this point because I'm so used to this. But you can also do a low temp glue gun, which is also great for balloons to adhere anything to it. So you may as well just not have two glue guns. I like to work with two, but you can just do one and do a low temp. The high temp will pop the balloons, so don't use that for the balloons. Alright, so let's get our glue gun. Now on this side, we're going to start from the inside. I could have started from this side, but it would be harder to cut off any excess on the inside part here. So we'll start off here. And make sure you glue this piece to this piece so it's nice and secure. Otherwise this is open and it'll be flimsy. So now we have the top of our box. Dunzo. Okay. Now we're gonna put it on here, make sure it fits. Moment of truth. It fits! Okay, perfect. So now it fits. You know that's your top. You have your top ready to go. So you would do the same thing. You would spray paint this one and paint it on the inside and on the outside. Or you don't have to. You could just maybe do the outside and leave the inside white. I mean, I think it would look just as pretty. So now we have our box pretty much done. Once it's painted, then you can add your ribbon on it. You can do your ribbon or add maybe a big flower on it. There's different things you can do. So that's up to you how you want to decorate the box. Maybe you can even add some letters that say I love you, or maybe add some lace scallops on the edges. There's just so much you can do with it. So this part is really up to you how you want to decorate it. But now moving on, we're going to do the chocolate wrappers, the chocolate balloons, and the decorations on the chocolates. Okay, so now we're going to do these little guys, which are chocolates that go inside the boxes. And we're going to start off with the wrapper. So I did mine in chocolate brown because I thought it would be so authentic to what the chocolate boxes usually come in. But I've also seen wrappers that come in gold. So for the tutorial, I'm going to do this gold foil cardstock, which is so pretty. I found it at Michael's. And I'm going to do it with that one so you guys can see how pretty it looks. So the first thing you're going to do for this box, and specifically, is you're going to take one of your gold cardstocks. Each wrapper takes 2 cardstocks. So I take my 2 cardstocks on the white side, and then I'm going to measure 5.5 inches this way and mark it, and then move up, just kind of like your strips for the mosaics, the same thing, to get the straight line. 5.5 inches this way. Then with my X-Acto, make sure they're lined up perfectly. I'm going to line up my 2 lines with my ruler and cut. Now I have my height, which is 5.5 for these. Now taking each one, starting with the outside, you're going to take your ruler, or if you have a scoring, I know there's a scoring machine that some people have, like a scoring, it's like a little box, I think, something like that, but I just use this. So very gently, you're going to score it, so that way you can get your perfect little crease. And we're done. Okay, so now that you have them all pleated and folded in like an accordion, you're going to take them and make sure you're going to glue them together. But when you glue them together, you need to make sure that they're all facing the same way, because if you face it this way, you'll have like this awkward indentation. So you need to make sure they're all facing the same way. Ta-da! You have your wrapper. Okay, so now that we're done with the wrapper, we have our wrappers ready. You make, the chocolate box is about 13. You can also make extras or less. It really just depends on what you want to do. We're gonna make the toppings for this. So on the blog is the template for the squiggles and the hearts. Using craft foam, which is that soft, like thin, spongy foam from the craft store that comes in different colors. You're gonna buy those. I bought in red, hot pink, light pink, and white. And with the pencil, I traced on the squiggles. And then using an X-Acto, I cut them out. If you're not comfortable cutting out with an X-Acto, you can also use scissors because this is pretty easy to cut through with scissors as well. So you cut those out, you got your shapes in white. Same thing with your hearts, you're gonna cut them out in 2 or 3 different colors. It's really up to you. And then for the sprinkles, what I did was, oh, this is a little bit smaller. You're just gonna go up about 1/2 inch or whatever thickness you want, all the way up. And then just cut your little sprinkles out. This one was a little bit too thick, I think, but you know, trial and error. You figure it out as you go, depending on what you like. I guess like a little bit under 1/2 inch is what looks pretty. So then you cut all of your sprinkles, you got them done, put them apart, and now you're ready to put together your chocolates. So now we're gonna start with the chocolates inside, which are made of balloons. I know you would have never guessed, right? So what I did was, you can use an electric machine if you're pretty good at gauging, because it does make it quicker. However, if you wanted them to be the exact same size, I would use a balloon pump, a hand pump. I like to use the brand Qualitex because some of them are just glued on and they tend to break a little bit quicker. So I use this. So this is how, when I say pump, it goes like this. This is 1 pump, 2 pump, 3 pump, 4 pump. Every time you go in and up or down, it is a pump. So I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and start with 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I think that's like a good size. Maybe let's do 2 more. 13, 14. So we'll go with 14. Hold it very tight to there so that it kind of does like a little ball. Pull it and press it. So it kind of has like a little ball shape, like a little bomb chocolate. Let's cut the tail off. And then we insert into our wrapper. How cute does that look? Now it's inserted into our wrapper. Now using a low temperature glue gun, you can take either of the shapes, you can start combining now and decide what you want to do, and just have some little glue dots so that it holds down. Get rid of all those little spiders that the glue gun leaves. You could also use glue dots, but I think it's quicker just to do it like this. And where it lifts up, go back, tiny little bit. Position it, and you have your little bonbon. This is the cutest thing ever. I love the way it looks with the gold. I love the way it looks with the brown. It looks great with both. So now that you're all done with these, you get all your chocolates done, and then you're ready to go with your heart box so you can assemble. Okay, so now I have all my chocolates ready to go, so I'm just gonna start filling them in my box. I would start with the corner because that way it's easier to move. The wrappers will move around a little bit, but I mean it's perfect because it allows you to fit them as you. And now your box is done and full of chocolates. It's so cute. So another great idea that I think would be awesome for this box would be if you want to fill these balloons with treats and then the kids can pop them. that would be great. That would be super fun because then it's like kind of like a surprise, but it'll kind of like ruin the whole thing, but that's fine. Because then it won't be visually pretty. Maybe you can like hold off on that. I don't know. But I think this is good. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I can't wait to see you guys posting about this. Make sure to tag the Creative Art Studio.